when you got to go. If you don't go by way of command, you're going to go by force. It's either by will or it's going to happen by force. I've got a church that is backing me. I've got the Holy Ghost that is backing me. I've got the angels of heaven that is backing me. I've got God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit is backing me, because this is my season. This is my time. Oh God. It's going to require a fight. And this generation is not the same generation like David's brothers with Goliath, who would hide himself in the bush and see how the fight is going to work out between David and Goliath. This generation is not hiding behind a bush. I'm sick and tired of hiding behind a bush. Time to come out. This is who I am. I'm a son of God. I'm anointed. Oh God, I got the power of God over my life. This is a time to come out. I'm sick and tired of hiding from the enemy. This is a time the enemy can hide from me, because God in me is a hope of glory. The enemy, they were not prepared to give it over. Since you don't want to go by decree, you're going to go in pain. Oh, yes. You have a choice to leave the land and allow us to occupy what belongs to us. Yes. If you fail to go by decree, then you're going to go by pain. Yes. How many of you feel like hurting the enemy today? Huh? Oh my God. How many of you feel really bruising the head of the enemy again? I want the church just to stand and just bruise his head again. That's what's going to happen to him again. Just bruise it. Bruise it. Bruise it. Glory be to God. Wait a minute. Don't do the carpet with the blood on. Bruise him. Bruise him. Go ahead. Just stamp your feet. Just bruise the enemy. This is time to just bruise him one more time. Jesus said it. And he's allowed an opportunity for us to do it. We're going to bruise the enemy one more time. Glory be to God. Bruise it. Bruce, you may take your seat. You may take your seat. God will do what he says he will do. In chapter 1, you see the enemy did something. They built walls. In chapter, verse 1 of chapter 6, they built wall. They did something. In verse 2 and 3, we see God doing something. Yes. Yes. So, who has the last say? God. It is not he that runneth, but it is he that endureth. You still here with me? I was trying to use my sanctified imagination this morning and think about God give them the land, and then he says Jericho and the land. Jericho was in the same environment, but it was at a very strategic point because it was west, south rather, and it was the entrance point to the entire land. And so it was that point that God wanted them to break in from. And then Israel knew that as well. So what did they build these high walls. now they are at the point of entry. They're at the place of experiencing one of the greatest manifestations in their history. And that to conquer the land and the wells, the olive trees, the houses, the water, the rivers, all the fruits that God has promised them that it was a good land, they would then experience that. That was considered to be their increase. They were at the point, the entrance point to get in. Think about this. When they got to that point, what they saw? War. And sometimes that is the place where many of God's people become discouraged. When God has said so much concerning you, God has confirmed His word concerning you, what He will do for you, how He will bless you, how He will protect you, how He will do and continue to do for you now. Yes. But when you come to the place now, you realize that it seems as though this looked like a worse situation rather than a better situation. Because God says the land is mine, but look at this walls. How am I going to get in? How am I going to penetrate these walls? And sometimes we forgot this. We forget this because oftentimes when God allows you to see something that is bigger than you, it's not to get you fearful. Oh, you don't hear me? It's not for you to become fearful, but it's for you to become faithful.
Yes, that's right.
That's right.
Here the walls are before you. Walls bigger than you and I. And the easiest thing or the tendency within man's humanity is to become fearful. God, look at this. My last dollar in my pocket. The man is going to call for the rent. And you know he has an attitude. When he wants his money he wants.
Yes.
No excuses with God. This is my last penny. What do I do? At that point, we are tempted to make wrong decisions.
Yes.
At that point, we are tempted to make wrong connections. But I'm here to submit to you today, it is at that point where you need to trust your God.
Yes.
And see the salvation of God.
Yes.
If God says the land is yours, it does not matter how tall those walls are established. God said, it is mine. I don't know how I'm going to get it. I don't know what angle I need to take. Well, what I do know is that God made me a promise, and that is it.
That's it.
Sometimes you have that. I don't like to go around this area. Sometimes you have that in relationships sometimes. God says you had a dream about Johnny, or you had a dream about Mary. But the Johnny that you had a dream about, it seems as though Johnny is giving somebody else attention. And so you stop believing, then you say, you must have missed God, because if Johnny was supposed to be for me, then Johnny would automatically connect with me. And so Johnny is talking to Shirley and being kind to Shirley. And you said, but God, you told me I sure heard Johnny. And you called some intercessor, and some intercessor confirmed with you, say, yes, I heard Johnny too. And so you're becoming anxious because it seems as though he and Shirley is coming closer and closer and closer. You say, but God, is it not Johnny? And then we start to compromise. Maybe then it's John. Let me look for John. What's your name? God says, Johnny it is.
That's it.
And then you start to stray away, and then you end up compromising the prophetic word that God has given to you. Because now you want to help God fulfill His prophecy, and trying to get an Isaac, you end up getting an Ishmael.
Yes, Lord.
Let me leave that alone.
Go ahead. Yes. Right.
All you gotta say, Johnny,
Come here.
you're part of my connection. Johnny, I have seen you in the spirit. Johnny, I'll call you forth now. Johnny, come forth now.
Amen.
And so we carry people that love to give little nicknames. They don't call him John, because John, they come. Call him, as Jesus says, Lazarus, come forth. Jesus did not say Lazarus, all the dead would have run. Couldn't say Lazarus. He had said Lazarus. Address Johnny in the spirit. Said, Johnny, come forth. And if you know his address, give it to him. You live here, there, and there. That's your neighbor. Yes, you come forth. And sometimes you even have to describe the color because you might have two Johnny in the house. The short Johnny, the tall Johnny. Make sure be specific in your prayer. If you want a specific answer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll get the commercial now. I'm going to spend some time here. And this area is very important for all of us. God said to Israel, God said to Joshua as he is for Israel, he said, listen, this land is for you. It's God's gift to us. There's nothing we have done to be blessed. We have not done anything to be blessed. Blessings of God are actually grace gifts. It's given from the grace of God. But as much as something is given to you, you gotta go and get it. Amen? Amen. Do not think that it's going to come to you. You have to go and get it. Yes. Amen. There's a job reserved for you in Maho. Sit home. Keep praying. Keep believing God. Yes, Lord, I heard you. You mentioned it. You said, Maho. Stay home. See if you're going to eat and drink. You better get up. You go. Because faith is action. Yes. You are taking action in the direction you're believing God for. So yes. You're going to Maho. Yes. Maho's not going to come to you. You're going to go to Maho. That's it. The message, and a great part of the message, is revealed in the Numbers. I said a great part of the message today is revealed in the Numbers. God said to Joshua, he says, 6 days you're going to compass the city. 6 days. And the 7th day, you're going to go around the city 7 times. But you're going to go around the city for 6 days once. Very important. Don't have an over-exalted view on the devil in regards to what he's doing. In other words, yes, we keep an eye on him, but our focus is on God. Amen. I said to you earlier, let the devil do what he wants to do. God is going to do what he has to do. So the revelation for the